Good morning, everybody. You are looking live at a spectacular setting. We're here at the City of Fort Myers Community Redevelopment Agency, and the accommodation here are just outstanding. Shout out to Michelle Hilton Terry. Shout out to LaShawn Middlebrooks, Dr. Melanie Long, Ms. Kuhn, everybody who's been involved. We appreciate it. We have a fabulous show here. Get a chance to talk to the social media influencer and the great author, one of our bestsellers. Tasheekia Harris has returned to talk about her book, Protect Your Pearls Dating Guide. Welcome back, Tasheekia.
Thanks for having me always.
See, my ratings just went up.
Hey.
Boom, through the roof.
That's what I'm talking about.
People haven't seen us together in a minute.
Oh, it's been a while.
No, we go way back.
Listen, we go back.
Famous.
Before you was, you was always famous, but a long time, Lee.
I'll never forget that. I'll let people know.
A long time.
Tasheekia used to come on the show. She had a little segment before you got your set segment. And she'd say, Lee, I got to host the show. When you gonna host this show? I was like, oh, well, let her come. And then you just took it and ran with it. And now you're on the speaking circuit. You're doing a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, into your wonderful book, let's get into the fashionista.
Oh, yes.
From head to toe, take it away.
Lee, from head to toe, I am wearing this fabulous, we just got some rain, right? So, the rainbow has to come out after the rain. And I decided to just share a piece from Meow and Barks.
Okay.
This is a boutique in Jacksonville, Florida by the name of Tracy Evans is the founder. And I am wearing a look from Meow and Barks today.
If you can spell that, people can Google it.
Meow, MEOW, Bark, BARK.
And you got your Astro from the Jetsons haircut. People who are old enough to remember, she's got an Astro trademark. She didn't even know who Astro were. Joy Jetson, little boy.
Listen, I love this look. This is my signature. You already know it. So.
And also Shoney's, they don't have them in Florida, but the Shoney's Big Boy, it's a hamburger joint. They had a guy who was their mascot. He wore his hat like that. If you Google Shoney's Big Boy, you're going to see him. He got the little curl right there and everything.
I just like it.
They're big in Alabama.
Cool.
You took care of the dress. You took care of the earrings. Everything. Okay, so let's get to, Mom. Mom did your hair.
Oh, yeah,
she's watching.
She is watching. So let me tell you guys something.
Twin.
My twin has been in the beauty industry for over 40 years.
Okay.
And she is the only one that cuts my hair the right way. Sheila Edwards, A Touch of Elegance Beauty Salon, Jacksonville, Florida.
Shout out to Duval.
Duval County.
Duval. All right. In the house. Your book is a one of a kind. I've never heard of a book like that. I'm gonna ask you, is anything similar to that out there, or is that why you decided to go forward with that type of book?
Well, they do have books similar, but I wrote this book based on a personal experience and my desire to see women thrive during relationships or even if a relationship ends.
Okay. And the response from people who have read your book has been what? Give me a couple examples.
Listen, a couple of examples. A 98-year-old biologist purchased my book, and the review is on Amazon. And she said that this book was so good because it gives women and girls the discernment they need to optimize their dating experience.
Let me have you read an excerpt from the book before we get too far gone.
Let's do this. I don't have my glasses on, but this is the no pressure zone, okay? Pressure busts a pipe. So I believe pressure in relational journeys ruin authentic desire and opportunities for individuals to navigate intentionally. Because of our humanity, we can all use innocent reminders from time to time, but the moment we become overbearing, controlling, and manipulative, we jeopardize the authenticity of a relationship. We jeopardize it.
When you say that, you are talking about the male or the female?
I'm talking about the male or the female. Whoever is reading this book, I would like for them to understand that relationships should form naturally. You should not have to manipulate a person to love you, like you, date you, call you. When you get to that point, then the relationship is no more authentic or genuine.
You're deeply religious as a Christian. You make sure you brought out your Christian faith and values in the book. Talk about how this can be particularly a great book for Christians who are navigating their relationship life.
Well, we're all human. And we all want relationships. We all want to connect with other people. But there is a way that a Christian should date. Even though there was no dating in the Bible, Lee, there is still principles of connecting with others that if we want to safeguard ourselves, our image, and who we are standing for, then there are certain principles that we need to apply to our dating journey.
I see. And when Christians get a chance to read this, what has been some of the response from them?
I actually received a message from a woman who is married. She read this book during a group book study, and she inboxed me and said she is dating her husband all over again because though she's married, they did not apply some of the principles in this book, and she wanted to have that experience. He loves it, she loves it, and it's a big deal among a lot of not just Christian women. Many women who are not in the church, they have inboxed me and said, you know what? I read your book and I am reevaluating my mindset as well as I am reassessing my perspective on dating.
Early on, you said that the book stemmed from your own personal life. What have you learned about your personal life and from doing this book as well?
One of the hugest things that I've learned after being married, divorced, and then dating again is that I had to implement a value system from the beginning. Not after he liked me, I liked him. Your value system is going to navigate every single choice that you make on your dating journey. And that was the most important aspect of, or the one thing that was on the forefront of my mind, no matter how much I liked Walt or wanted to navigate a relationship with him.
Having said that, what is your thoughts on, they say opposites attract, but here you talk about your value system. Do you think that people who are dating or get married have to have the same value system, or do you believe in the whole opposites attract thing?
I don't believe that you have to have the exact same value system. I do believe that we can disagree on the small things, but we have to agree on the big things. Or that's where much conflict can take place. You risk, if you are from a religious background and they're from a different religious background, God didn't say you couldn't marry him. He says you should be equally yoked. So you need to go ahead and reassess that. You may be going to one church and they may be going to a different one. How do you feel about that? You have to know that from the beginning versus getting into a marriage now saying you have to conform to my ways now.
You talk about in your book, I noticed you always have in your various books, you have a couple of great books. You have places where people can write down things that like discussions and things like that. Talk about that uniqueness to your book.
I believe that you should not just read. You should be able to write notes and you should be able to reflect on what you have read. So in this book and any other book that I've written, I've always had a journal page so that women can actually write down their thoughts from chapter or topic to topic. But at the end, I ask questions. And so they have that journal space to answer certain topical questions from the book.
You see Protect Your Pearls as an encouragement towards dating or a stop sign?
I see Protect Your Pearls as a strategy.
Okay.
You have to strategize. I promote dating. I promote unpacking that suitcase, getting to know people the right way. There's a 90-day life shift when a woman goes through a breakup. That means 90 days, your life is going to shift when you do not have a strategy in place, when you're not prepared to enter and exit a relationship. And so the Protect Your Pearls dating guide, it promotes dating. So you have to read the book and evaluate yourself to say, am I ready to apply this or do I need to wait for a little while?
Talk about that name, protect your pearls?
Well, protect your pearls is a principle from the Bible. We know that the book of Matthew, chapter 7, is talking about valuing scripture, right? But it says, do not throw what is valuable to dogs. Do not give your pearls to swine, because what's going to happen? These are things that is of treasure. When you give what is holy, what is good to a person that does not know what is holy and what is valuable, they will take it and they will destroy your life. So protect your pearls is not about the cookies. It is about the mindset. It is about your children. It is about whatever you find important.
Who is the audience for the book?
The audience, listen, I wanted the audience to be single women 18 and older.
Okay.
But you have mothers and fathers getting this book for their teenage daughters before they start dating. They want them to have a strategy. Now I have married women who bought the book for their single friends that read it and said, hey, my husband didn't do this, or I didn't do that, or we did. Let's read this book together. And they are navigating. So I'm just finding out the book is for whoever want to read it.
Now, you've been moving around. I've seen you the social media influencer too. You've been moving around, speaking at different places and things of that nature, and autographing books. I see all types of people coming up for autograph, old, young, different races, different economic statuses, and so on and so forth. Did that surprise you, that the wide range of people that would be interested in what you're doing?
You know, Lee, I submitted this book for several bookstores. New Life Church has this book in their bookstore. Pastor Tony Evans, I submitted this book, and I received a call back that said that it can be submitted because of all the people that had to proofread it, but they said that it was for more of a Black audience. And that was not true. This book is for any person who wants to strategize, guard their heart, and date God's way. So they loved the book. It was an awesome book, and they wanted to submit it in their store. But the feedback that I received from the individuals that they had proofread it was this was more of a...
Why? Why would they label it?
Because I write how I talk. Because in this book, as you've noticed, I write how I talk, and I might say, shut up, girl. I may say something like that, but that's just who I am. That's just my personality. That doesn't undermine a white person or Hispanic person or any other person from reading this book. That's just my personality.
That's interesting. I'll just pontificate for a second. You remember my Learn to Swim DVD?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a Black swimming instructor. I'm on the cover, and I got Black kids swimming in the video, and some white kids and Hispanic kids and all that. It became a bestseller all around the world. It made me wealthy in some sense. But because I was a Black swimming instructor, people wanted to label the DVD as for Blacks, whereas swimming is for everybody.
Absolutely.
There's no Black front stroke, back stroke, whatever, and all of that. It's just swimming.
It's just swimming.
But people will find a way to pigeonhole you, and I'm so glad that didn't work in terms of your sales. The best place for people to get it is on your website?
www.cdfs2006.com and Amazon.
And if they see you, you probably got one in your
I have one. I take one everywhere I go because I love just giving them away.
Oh, really?
So if I see someone on the plane and I have a sense that they might be single or maybe in need of a good read, I say, hey, you like to read? I got a book for you. And they're excited.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, I always take them everywhere I go.
And then you got a clothing line, if I'm not mistaken. I want to plug that.
Yes, My Beauty Secret is God collection is... it is storing all over. Chic, statement, swimwear, my Beauty Secret is God, collection, t-shirts, swimsuits, all can be found on my website.
Okay, so just go to that website that we're seeing on the screen, and that you just enunciated, and all things Tasheekia are there.
You'll find it right there.
Let's hit on your first book before we let you go, and let people know that they'll see that over there as well, right?
Absolutely.
There it is.
So you have the Dressing My Inner Beauty, and that book was written for every young girl in mind.
Quick, go ahead.
Every young girl in mind. Every young girl, I want them to dress just as fabulous on the inside as they do outwardly. And this book has principles to help them dress their character.
This is the OG.
That's the OG.
Got it started.
Yes.
The founder of Crowning Daughters for Success. Plug that.
Crowning Daughters for
Success.
Success.
I remember you back in the day.
Absolutely. It is an enrichment program that I facilitate at different organizations to help with personal development, character, and faith.
Still doing that now?
Absolutely. Throughout Southwest Florida.
Are you able to work your books into that process?
I have been able to work my book. As a matter of fact, a plug for Naples Botanical Garden. For the past 2 summers, I have been doing a blossoming experience there, which includes addressing my inner beauty book signing.
That's what the kids who come for touring and stuff like that.
Yes, they have allowed me to hand select the girls to bring out. So we have about 25 to 30 girls. They even implemented a service learning project. Mm-hmm. Awesome over there.
And I remember introducing you to the people. You showed up and showed out.
Absolutely.
Well, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
So glad to get the world famous Tasheekia Perry has stopped by and graced us. We remember her before she was famous. And nothing is better than saying this right now for those who say it can't be done. They're usually interrupted by those like Tasheekia Perry Harris. Gotta get that Harris in there, my bad, Walt. And Miami may have the oranges, but Protect Your Pearls has got the
juice.
They got the juice. We'll see you.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello, everybody. This is Lee. I'm so glad that you watched that particular show. And if you enjoyed that show, we got other shows like that. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Watch Lee Pitts Live on demand anytime. And also hit us up on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live, and there you go.